with Victor Wembanyama. Last night, he and his team faced off against the G League Ignite team featuring Scoot Henderson, and watching this man play basketball for a full basketball game on ESPN2 was like nothing I've ever seen before. Look at this 7'3" or 4" man take threes off a curl, and then on transition threes, blocking shots, mid-range, post-ups. Jalen, I think this is the best prospect I've ever seen since LeBron James.
I gotta tell you a secret, Jacoby. I'm in love. I'm in love. No, so let me get this right. You're gonna be 7'4",
yeah,
and score 37. But usually that guy isn't making 7 threes.
7 for 11. 7 for 11.
And if he is gonna make 7 threes, he isn't gonna have 5 blocks.
And it ain't gonna be step back threes, off the dribble, off the curl threes, transition threes. These are not just catch and through, shoot, I'm wide open, kick out threes. It's crazy.
And also, Jacoby, I'm so in love because like this game means so much to me, has done so much for my life, and it's taken me places I never would have gone, exposed me to people that I never would have been exposed to. In so many different stages of my life, I saw what was something I'd never seen before. So Magic Johnson as a 6'9" point guard, I was like, oh my God, I'd never seen that before. It's incredible. And we saw clearly what my childhood idol went on to accomplish. And then you have a prospect like a Michael Jordan, who's playing basketball with his tongue out, making big time plays at Carolina, winning a championship, and then coming into the league, you know, being a game-changing player. And then the sheer force of somebody like a Shaquille O'Neal, right? And playing against him and the brute strength and power that he has was like a modern-day Wilt, because I didn't get a chance to physically see Wilt. And you mentioned LeBron, and we could go on and on. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
It's wild.
I ain't never seen nothing. I was there when Giannis got drafted. I was there when KD got drafted. We wasn't saying this. We wasn't saying this. And the thing I like about his game at his height, fluid. Usually a 7-foot player is a little clumpy, you know, a little uncomfortable. You know, you got big feet, you got long arms. That's a lot of limbs, you know, to carry around as a human being. But for him to be as agile, great footwork, ball handling, catch and shoot, pick and roll, pick and flare, like, it's incredible. Block shots in the paint, block shots on the perimeter. We've never seen a prospect like this, and for those who watched ESPN2 last night, you now know why teams in the NBA have already forfeit this season.
Oh, yeah. It's a race to the bottom for Victor Wembanyama, an absolute race to the bottom. The tanking is going to be ridiculous. There's a handful of teams right now that watched ESPN2 last night, and they were just like, we shouldn't win a game. We should just forfeit every game. We should just tell the league we're forfeiting the season just so we can have a better chances at having him in our uniform. But Jalen, it was all about Victor Wembanyama. You mentioned his blocks. A couple of his blocks were on Scoot Henderson, looked to be the number 2 prospect next year's draft. But if you watch a game, the first half was about Scoot, not Victor. Victor got most of his work done in the second half. Scoot Henderson lived up to his name, and that name being Scoot. He was fast. He would go to the basket. He scored over Victor Wembanyama a couple times at the rim. I thought that he looked really good. He was just overshadowed by someone who literally will cast a shadow over him because he is so big.
Powerful, great court sense, willing to make those around him better, playing defense in the half court off the dribble, reverse layups, getting steals, getting out in transition, 4 dunks, making jump shots. The sky's the limit for Scoot Henderson as well. And that's what I appreciate about us having this platform to do this show, because Victor's gonna be the headline. And most people don't pay attention to the headline. And rightfully so, a prospect we've never seen. But to me, Scoot is the story.
Yeah.
He the story. Because When you're able to perform like that in a league where ball handling and the ability to get from point A to point B is so very, it unlocks the floor for not only you and your teammates. The sky's the limit for a the sky's the limit for a prospect like this. And you're right, teams are and should be tanking for Victor, but consider Scoot the number 2 prospect for a reason.
Yes, and you'd be very happy with that consolation prize. And while Victor Wembanyama had 37 points, 7 for 11 from 3, and was the story, he was just the headline, he's everything. However, he had 0 assists. My man Scoot had 9 assists, making his teammates better. 2 great prospects on display last night. And guess what? We get it again tomorrow night. I can't wait for that. It's absolute appointment viewing. Wembanyama will be the number 1 pick.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.